All right, everybody, welcome back to the Dayman Show, aka Speed Docs Launch Party 2023, aka Dayman's Carte Blanche, as I've just been told is a way to say that we've given complete freedom to act as one wishes or thinks best. Take it away, Dayman.
Yeah, we'll see if that pans out. So I've decided to do something that I've always loved to do on my stream, and I have maybe I started streaming like 5 years ago. This was a core component of it. This is Super Metroid Arcade. It's a ROM hack from a few years ago, and it is a profoundly unfair ROM hack of the game where you walk through a door transition and it puts you in a random room that you're able to solve. However, because you could encounter late game enemies, it's a running theme that if I see a crab, I need to run away, because without any health upgrades, I die in one hit. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to play for an hour, because we have an hour time slot, and I'm going to see how far I can get. I've got it set to hard mode, on endless. For $10, I'll bump it up to the hardest difficulty, which is arcade. So just keep that in mind. And we're just going to see how far we can get. I'm going to donate $2 every time I die. If you want to contribute in some manner, it doesn't have to be $2, but if you want to follow along with that, I think that that's a fun way to do this. But let's start the timer now. I can explain more as we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. So it drops you off at the landing site, and when you start here, you can go left or right. There are a few quality of life improvements, like normally you can't go to the right without like the speed booster, but all the doors you can open normally. You don't have to worry about that. But you'll notice as soon as I walk through here, oh wait, that's not where that door goes. That's because it's going to take me to any room where all of a sudden the door faces the right direction, but that's all the information you get. So now I could leave and go up to the left, or I could leave out and go to the right. So I'm going to go to the right. Going to the right can be good, because that can... Oh, and this room's hot. I don't have the Varia suit, so I'm just going to take a bunch of damage. But now I have the speed booster. And now I can get the high jump boots. So you never know what you're going to get. You just have to be prepared for every individual room. However... Okay, so I would have died if I hit him. So that's a thing. There's a... Okay, so this is about to be terrible. So I need... This is awful. Oh, okay. Well, that's $2. And just like that, that's the first one. So that was going to be terrible anyway, because that's a really precise jump to get out. But that's all right.
I got a question for you, Dayman.
Fire away.
If you are in location A,
Yep.
and you go out the door to the left,
Yep.
then at some point later you're back in location A and you go out to the door to the left, will it take you to the same door to the left, or is it a completely random?
It is completely random within solvable rooms.
Right.
So, and you can, so the room, I don't know how familiar you are with Super Metroid, but there's the room that has the charge beam in it that has like 7 ways in. And so you'll end up in that room a lot if you just keep playing deep into the seed. And, every time you go in there, you can pick up the missile drops, which is really handy because in addition to everything doing a lot of damage, everything doesn't give you as much ammo as it should. So when you pick up missiles, you only get 2 missiles, and when you pick up a health tank like that, you only get 50 instead of 100, and when you pick up a super missile, you get 1 super missile or 1 power bomb. And on top of that, you'll notice on the top right there are some icons that represent different items. So there is the gravity suit, the plasma beam, the screw attack, and the space jump, and all of those are on a timer. So when you get those, you don't get to keep them. So they'll never run out when you're within a room, but as soon as you leave that room, then you no longer have the ability to access that power-up. So let's head out this way. I can probably shine spark through them. Let's do that. So the one nice thing they have is that the shine sparks don't drain your health like they do in the normal game, because that would be really terrifying. Oh, baby. Okay, so these do 80 a hit. We're in a bit of trouble.
For anybody watching that's never played Super Metroid before, even the base game is pretty difficult. So this challenge ROM is extreme to me.
Yeah, it's fun though. So I don't have any sort of weapon upgrades, and I can't open that door until... Okay. So I can't open that door until I kill everything in there. It's a rough start so far. Sometimes you can get the seeds to be pretty generous. You know, you can get through, 30, 40, 50 rooms without too much trouble, and then sometimes you get that. So what are you gonna do?
So to be clear, we're not saving in between each death, right? It's a completely new...
Brand new seed every time.
Gotcha.
So this is nice because this is going to give me access to bombs. However, you'll probably notice that I don't have Morph Ball. So if I don't have Morph Ball yet, then the bombs are completely pointless. Yeah, death count 2. Yep. 2 deaths. My personal best, I think, is 148 rooms on normal settings. I don't play on the hard mode too often. The hard mode, what it does is it doesn't change the rooms you get, but it increases the rate at which enemies start dealing more damage. So I can't remember the numbers, but it's every X number of rooms in easy mode the enemies increase their damage and their movement speed, and then in hard mode it's even sooner, and then in expert it's even sooner, and then in arcade it's even sooner. And so the longer you play, the more damage everything is going to start doing. Alright, so I've got bombs and power bombs now, which is really nice. I'm going to go to the left. Left can be nice. If you once you've played this a lot, you kind of like get a feel for the way some of the rooms work. And a lot of really good stuff is to the right. Okay, this is, I don't want to say the worst possible scenario, but this is a bad place to be. So, we're going to do our best. I should not have burned that power bomb there, but we'll be okay. So right now, we're only 5 rooms deep. We don't have any sort of damage multiplier, but acid is still acid. Yeah, I'm screwed. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Man, this is rough luck today. Oh well. Let's count 3. So the problem with those acid rooms is that your suit will not protect you. Even if I were to get a suit upgrade, it could decrease the damage that I take from them, just from general damage decrease, but it's not going to... Oh my god. They know I'm in a marathon. They want me to suffer. So those pancakes do 80 a hit, 60 a hit. Those are a lot. So if I get hit by 2 of those, I die. Thank you, Shuli. And then once this one gets up, then we're good to go. Okay. So these will all kill me. So I need to get out of here really fast. You will take damage through the door transition. That's good. Firepower. We want some firepower. Okay, so now I gotta remember. So there are enemies in here that will hit me and kill me. I don't remember where they are. So it's It's either directly under this platform or not directly under this platform. So we're gonna go directly under this platform. Okay, we're good. And now I remember. It's good. Water rooms are the biggest problem, and there's a whole strategy that corresponds to how you navigate through these different rooms, which is if you are running and then you enter a room that contains water, you will conserve your momentum and not be able to turn around, and you can just fly into an enemy and die. Not ideal, but you know, we do what we can. Okay, we can get some health in here. That's good. There we go. Get that health up. Alright, max health. Bomb room? Bomb chorizo? Nope. Seahorses. Morph ball is early every time. It's because without that, the game kind of runs out of places to put you. However, I've had some seeds where it can get kind of rough. Because the only rule is that you have to be able to solve the room. And so if it gives you, it can't give you very many rooms if you don't have access to early morph ball. It's not like a regular item randomizer where you need like morph or screw attack or speed booster or something in order to get through into Brinstar. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting as well because with the way the logic for it all works, you can enter the morph ball room from left or right because the rooms with elevators are considered one room. So if you enter from the top area, you're entering from the left side and then take the elevator down, or if you're entering from the bottom area, you just enter from the right. Okay, fireflies are good because those are guaranteed health drops if you have power bombs. If you don't have power bombs, they give you power bombs. But we're good to go here. Alright. Always walk through the doors so you don't die to the crabs. Alright, speed booster's good. So I could go down. If I wanted to go through a vertical room, I could go down that way, but I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go left instead. So every 16 rooms the music changes, but also the music changes if you enter a boss room, and a lot of times I don't look at my room count, and so I have a mild heart attack every time the music stops. That's bad. Okay, so crabs are dangerous. Oh, thank God. Crabs do 100 damage. Early health, very, very nice. So now I have access to left or right. I'll go left. I don't have bomb chorizo yet, so I should probably actually start going rooms to the right so I can get access to bombs. So I don't have to rely on power bombs as much. Makes the most sense to me. I think what makes this even funnier is that after this is Linkenmeister, who's an actual Super Metroid runner. And so if he's watching this, I'm sure he's laughing at me, and that's completely fine. There was a time where I used to be kind of good at this, but that was years ago. And I also decided that I wanted to do this yesterday. And so, you know, have I played Super Metroid in the past 2 months? Absolutely not. Past 3 months? Maybe? Well, that's actually not true. I did a SMZ3 run a month ago. and it was abysmal, because I don't know how to play A Link to the Past. It was fun. Also for charity. Okay, there we go. And now I've got some missiles. So before, when we fought Bomb Teresa, we didn't have any equipment, so it took a little bit of a while to take care of this guy. But now, one super missile will do quite a bit of damage, and then I can just use missiles for the rest. There we go. There's also secrets for points. You have as you can see, I have a score. And there's actually a leaderboard online at the end. When your run dies, you can submit that code to a website, and it keeps track of your stuff on the leaderboard, which is pretty neat. And there's also ways to earn like extra points if you find secrets. I should have killed him. That's okay. Do I have a running start here? No, I don't. Weeble the Clown, Maple Chicken, thank you both very much for the raids.
Big ol' raids.
2 huge raids. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. I'm playing a ROM hack and donating every time I die.
I think I'm going to join you on that. I will donate $2 every time you die as well.
Yeah, now you've seen me not die for a few rooms. You're like, okay, my wallet's safe.
Right.
Yeah,
I can do it.
yeah,
I can afford this.
yeah. It's a good plan. Okay. I have. See. Last time I was in this room and I died, I had like no health. I have way more health now, which is good. And I'm also a little bit warmed up because, full disclosure, I played 5 minutes before I decided that this was a good idea. So I will take a little bit of damage here, but that's okay because I can farm here and recover some of my stuff back. Because you give me... Hello? There we go. The bugs I can heal from. So we're going to recover a little bit of damage from there. Oh, we're getting 30 a pop? That's good.
And just since we got a bunch of raiders in here,
Yeah.
Say that we are helping Save the Children. This is a charity speedrunning marathon with Dayman doing some challenge stuff here and trying to get as far as he can. But outside of this, the rest of the schedule is for speedruns.
Remember how he said, don't run through door transitions? That's why you don't run through door transitions.
Oh, and fish. Ooh.
That's why you don't run. You can see how much momentum I had going through that door transition? That's why you don't run through door transitions. That's 4 deaths. All right. So.
Hey, we just got a $50 donation from Queen Lolly.
Oh my god.
So I think that would mean that we should switch over to the arcade difficulty after this.
Yeah,
right?
next seed will switch over to arcade for sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're helping Save the Children, a charity that does exactly what their name entails. They help children around the world get out of bad situations and helps with fighting hunger and sickness all across the world. And they do a lot for those children. So we appreciate all donations that we get. And thank you all for watching, and we thank you to the Raiders for raiding.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. Well, I'm out of ammo. That's fine. I have to kill all these to open the door. That's fine. I always called these guys the Vultures because their sound effect sounds like the Vultures from Donkey Kong Country. I don't know what they're actually called. I only know like a few enemy names from Super Metroid, but to me those will always be the Vultures. keep giving me those missile refills. There we go. All right, we're moving. See, that's the water room that I don't want. Along with that is every other water room. Don't want those either. Me, I need a haircut? Yes, I agree. But, I couldn't be bothered. All right. Haircut incentive? I mean, I think my incentive to get a haircut is just to not look so shabby. Whoa. Okay. Turn now. All right.
How much do we have to donate to get you to go buy a razor and give yourself a buzz cut?
I'm not giving myself a buzz cut. That's not gonna happen. Does my barber do house calls just mid-run? Just have him come over and shave. Oh, I forgot. We're doing arcade. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I got it. I got you.
That's death count 5, right?
Yeah, we're at 5. Yep. Do a run while getting a trim. Sounds like a bad plan. Well, thank you much for the support, Lolly. Hope you have a good trip to the flea market.
Oh, we got a nice wholesome donation from Mama CJ for $33 saying, always first class entertainment with Dayman and Quill. Happy to help a great cause with Save the Children. Thank you so much, Mama CJ.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Okay, wave beam, good. High jump, good. Water room, bad. Dislike. I don't like it here.
Now, Dayman, can you remind us the difference between the arcade and hard mode difficulty since we are doing the arcade mode now?
So, the rooms, allegedly, the rooms it gives me are not necessarily harder, but it means that every, I can't remember the number, dozen, 15, the rate at which the enemies become more damaging is much higher. So get a few rooms deep and all of a sudden you're like, hey, that guy's moving a little bit faster than he should, and then he hits you and you take 120 damage and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I see what kind of game this is. So the higher the difficulty setting, the more damage the enemies do. This is designed to be in the style of like an early 90s arcade game. The title scene calls it King of Kraid, which of course would be like the kind of thing that you would title it. And the whole idea is that it's a quarter eater. It's just designed to take your money, which is what we're here to do today. So it's oh please, too many crabs. I don't like the crabs. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. Normally that's a super missile door, but okay, we're in the clear. We're fine. Okay, can we shine spark through doors? We cannot, but the nice thing is, now that I have speed booster, shine sparking is free. It doesn't charge you health because the game is so restrictive on resources. So one of these lets me farm. And the nice thing about having the grapple is that it instantly kills a lot of minor enemies. So we can... Here we go. Don't miss. Got it. It costs health in the original game? It sure does. Yeah, shine sparking drains your health, but it will not drain your health below 49 HP. So let's see if we can get to Okay, I'll take Spazer. Firepower is always nice. Wave Spazer is a good combo because that's going to let me do a decent amount of damage and cover some good space. These spikes are not on, so the spikes don't do damage until you return the power to the wreck ship, so you can jump into those all you want, and they don't damage you, because as you know, spikes have to be turned on. So you'll notice that that crab was moving slightly too fast. That is because we are on arcade setting and 18 rooms deep. 18 rooms is enough for that crab to start moving faster and doing more damage. You might think, what does it look like in a few rooms later? They will be even faster and do even more damage. And then pretty soon, if you've seen like an expert play this game, enemies are schmoovin'. And it's kind of terrifying. We're going to play this safe, because I don't want to go down into the water, because the water's terrifying.
Do people beat this on this difficulty?
I've got it set to endless, so no. But you can set room numbers, and yes, like actual Super Metroid speedrunners and people that practice this can do it. I can't, because I'm not very good. I am a frequent randomizer player, and I used to play this a lot, but not in a while. And even so, I'm not like thoroughly practiced on all of the like really precise movement tech that a proficient Super Metroid speedrunner would have under their fingers. I can do basic tricks, but not under, you know, pressing circumstances, not with everything doing a crap load of damage. By the way, CC, I still don't have Morph Ball. So I know you were complaining about Morph Ball being early too many times. Oh, joy! Plasma Beam Room. So, okay. So this is... not... So I died here earlier. I would like to not die here now. Hey, I'm not going to jump into that guy's face. Look at that. Look at me being prepared. Okay, so this jump is not too awful, but it's not awful. Okay, we made it. So now check this out. Top right, you'll notice... Hey, there's Morph Ball. You'll notice that I have a timer ticking down and the plasma beam icon. That means that I don't get to keep my busted weaponry. So once that drains, when I leave that room, I will no longer have access to that tool. Do I have bombs? I don't. I'm going to go to the right, and hopefully I can run into Bomb Chorizo. What's our timer at, Quill?
Timer's at about 26 and a half.
Excellent. That's great. So I can just look at my clock and have a rough idea of when... Okay, if I get hit by that big guy, I'm dead. If I can bait them to come across, that would be nice. Okay, big guy's dead. There's one more small one still. I don't think the small one killed me in one hit. Don't think so, at least. And even so, I shot him, so we're good. Okay. This is fine. I can't fall. If I fall, there becomes problems, because there's a fish. And the fish does 60 damage. But just kidding, the fish does 120 damage because difficulty scaling. So I'm going to play this ultra safe. You don't need to use these. And in a normal playthrough, I would not be using them. However, I'm terrified. I don't have bombs. Do I want to get those missiles? I want to get the missiles. So we're going to jump through here. It's possible for me to softlock myself, but it's very, very unlikely. If I do softlock myself, I'll just consider that a death. But I think that once I get bombs, that's no longer possible. So hopefully that'll happen soon. The game doesn't force you into a softlock, but if you're a dumbass, you can make that happen. Okay, so you'll notice these guys are definitely moving faster now.
They're so fast.
This is nothing. They something like double in speed every 20 something rooms. It's crazy. So and so every time, yeah, everything's already starting to schmoove, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get much worse. Okay, so now I have space jump. Space jump is busted. Space jump is also on a timer. I don't have any health upgrades yet, so I'm highly concerned, because now with everything being more damage and not having a health upgrade means that everything's basically a one-hit KO at this point. So I need to play it safe. Let's see if we can get a moonfall down here. Hey, we got the moonfall. Look at me moving all fast, breaking the game. Okay. Walk, don't run. Walk, don't run. Okay, Firefly Room's fine. Okay, that wasn't that much damage. So spikes have like an RNG damage value, so you gotta be careful, but sometimes you can get lucky. We got lucky. Lucky's good. Actually, we can farm down here. We don't have anything I need to farm. I'm full on resources. Okay, we're good. Like this. This is bad. Okay. It's not ideal. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not like a happy place to be. I gotta remember how to do this. So we gotta get creative. So I have space jump, so once I can reach the surface of the water, I can fly. But I think if I'm remembering how to do this room correctly with this set of equipment, you have to get kind of like a... Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can do that. That's fine. There we go.
Our gracious marathon host and runner, CJitsallGewd,
Okay.
gave us $14
Okay.
to make me read this comment.
Okay.
It says, Dayman was born and a fortune teller looked into her crystal ball and said Dayman would live a life full of embouchure, blowing and fingering. His parents were concerned, but it all turned out okay in the end. He became a trumpet player. Good on you for reading this, Quill.
Yeah, there we go.
CJ, it's a Sunday.
Okay. Do I want to store a Shine Spark? No, I don't. Okay. Up or right? I don't have bombs yet. We're going right. Could have gone way weirder. Of course you could. The sky's the limit. You have to believe.
We absolutely know that you could have gone way weirder.
Yeah, especially it's your event. So, like, your hands on the censor button. Technically, I'm standards and practices, but I'm a little occupied at the moment.
Technically, he could just come in here himself and read it himself if he wanted to.
That's true. He could. He knows how to get into this channel. He can just start talking.
I have no power here.
Alright. Enemies are starting to schmoove. Walk, don't run. Walk, don't run. I really would like bombs. Bombs would be underwater. I'm leaving. There's an item in there. I'm not getting it. It's not worth it. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, screw you. Making me do this room. God. This room sucks. Okay. I'm full health, by the way. I'm full health. 50 rooms in means enemies are now doing triple damage, quadruple damage, something like that. I'm full health with a health upgrade. A gnat killed me. And that's the power of arcade mode. All right, what was that, 6? 6 deaths? Yeah,
That's what I
six.
got.
Yeah, it's 6. No bombs that whole run. We were 52 rooms in. So normally the second item you would get in the whole game. Nope. Remember how I introduced this as being profoundly unfair? And then remember how I hated that room? And now you know why? But 52 is not bad. There was a part of me that wanted to make a 50, so you can set it up at certain 50, 100, 200, whatever number of rooms. And so, and at that number, you'll get the credits. Like, you'll get the escape sequence scene, like, you make it out of the planet, and then, yay, you win. And part of me was like, well, how do I want to do this? I could set it to 50 and see if I could get to the credits, but sometimes that can be, like, underwhelming if nothing dramatic happens. Like, I haven't had a boss fight yet. Anytime I walk through a door to the right, I could get Fantoon, and then that could be GG. It's not that I can't beat Fantoon. I've done it. It's not easy. You know, horrible things can happen. My best run ever died to Ridley. So, you never know.
I'm just noticing in the top right, is that your PB for the session?
Yeah, so the PB for this file, so I'm playing this on a EverDrive. I've had a higher run, maybe I've had a higher run when I was playing an emulator years ago, but yeah, 52 is the highest that I've had so far today, for sure. And highest I've had on this file, for sure, for this difficulty mode. I think on easy or normal, I've got something in the 140s.
I imagine it'd be a lot easier to get there when a gnat doesn't kill you at full health.
Correct. But the difficulty of the rooms, sometimes you'll get rooms that are just really difficult to pass through. Boss fights when you're under-equipped, you don't have very much ammo, and you need to take out a boss. That could very much spell the end of your run. And like I was saying earlier, my PB died to Ridley. I just didn't have enough firepower. I didn't have enough health. It was really, really tough. Also, all these runs, and I haven't been in the charge beam room yet, which is very unusual, because there are, I think, like 7 ways into that room. That's very odd that I haven't encountered that yet. Oh, I don't like this at all. Okay. Oh my god, please no. Alright. Clutch. Clutch! Clutch, he said, sweating. Wave beam is nice. Alright, we get Morph Ball. This is good. Fun fact, my first time playing this game, I was like, hey, how do I get out of here? I don't have bombs. And so I wall jumped out, which was my instinct. Even though the whole idea is, oh, you just crouch and shoot. It's that simple. Hey, bombs, good. I'm like, I think wall jumping's a thing in this game, right? Yeah. I had played Metroid Fusion before this, and Metroid Fusion you can wall jump. You can't wall jump like you can in this game, but it's a thing. So Wave Beam allows me to shoot through walls, so I can get stuff like that taken care of. And then that guy dies to 1 missile, and so I just spam missiles when I land. Oh, health. That's good. We need health. Let's go to the right. Right sounds good. Or left. This is left. Firefly room again. That's fine. Knock on wood, I haven't had to do much of the underwater section without a gravity suit. I've had to do a little bit, but not too much. Ooh, check it out. These pancakes, which are the bane of my existence, died a grapple beam in one hit. Normally they take a whole bunch of lasers, but for whatever reason, there are a few enemies in this game that just instant died a grapple beam. And I have no idea why. But we take those where we can get those. Oh my god. Please. Sir. Alright, I can actually farm in this room and get my health back. And there's a missile drop, or a missile pack in here as well. So we're going to get that. So things are already starting to do a little bit of extra damage, which is all fine and good, but we need to heal. Give me those big drops. Let's give me the 30s. No, not that one. Big ones. No, no, no. While I'm refilling my health, Quill, you want to update us on incentives that we've got going on coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, we have one main incentive coming up for a target that we're trying to hit, and that's in Ravenlock. We're going to pet and dress the dog if we get another $56-ish. We're at 194 out of 250 on that.
Great.
So we're getting pretty close on that. That's pretty good.
How much longer until that one closes?
It's about 4 hours.
Great.
So
that seems very
we got
doable.
plenty of time to hit that.
I think we can get it.
In the polls, to try to sway some runs in the ways that you'd like them to be swayed. In Lena's Inception, which is the run right after this one, there's an 8-bit versus 32-bit art style poll.
Cool.
Or what's the other word for that? Poll is on the screen here for me. A bid war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Bid war.
Anyways, currently 32-bit is in the lead at $46.77, and then 8-bit at $34. And then for Curse Crackers, which is coming up a little bit later, there's a choose the character incentive. And right now, Bonnie is in the lead at $38, and Belle is the other character at $5.
So this is the room I've been wanting to find. And what's good about this room is that there's 2 missile packs. So that's 4 free missiles. And the charge beam's here your first time, but then after you get the charge beam, you can't recollect it because that wouldn't do anything. But the missiles always respawn. So you can always get 4 more missiles every time you enter this room, and there's a place where you can refill your health. So this is a great room to find, and there are so many different ways into it, and oh my god, like that. So I just left the room and re-entered the exact same room. So we're going to get those 4 missiles again, and then we're good to go. And that can happen quite a bit, actually, because of how many different ways there are in here.
I can't believe we hadn't found it until now.
I also cannot believe it, because, I mean, let's think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 ways in. There's 7 doors into this room. That's a lot. Okay, vultures up top. No, wait, wrong room. Little dudes. I'm scared. Ow. Was not planning. Did not plan ahead. Ah! Hot room. But we get some health. Alright. I'm just gonna go up this way. Get the spacer room. Not really worth engaging with some of those enemies unless I absolutely have to. And again, mild heart attack because, oh, that was a lot. Okay, alright. I've got grapple, so we're good. Okay, bad. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, he's dead. I don't really need that health because I'm dead in one hit anyway, and I don't think regular missiles kill these guys. This is a bad pattern. God damn. Don't miss your wall jumps. That's 7. Let's go right first. I've been starting left. We're going to change it up. We're going to improve our luck. We're going to start right. Luck not improved. Okay, so that's fine. We made it through. No issues. Everything's fine. I gotta remember. Gotta remember where to jump to not die. Because there's crabs in this room. There's also those balloon things. Gotta remember what this room looks like. I think this works. Yeah, okay, we're good. And then... Okay, that's good. Alright, we're good. I had to remember. Jump. Thank you. That's good. One more. Alright. So far, so good. Fun fact, if you don't have Morph Ball, and you jump up and you don't break all 3 of those blocks, and you land crouching, it's a soft lock. Which I found out the hard way. You would think, how would that ever happen? It's happened. The thing is, in the vanilla game, you would never run into that situation, because you can't get there. You would always have the Morph Ball at that point. But, you can run into some shenanigans, as you can see, forcing me to enter Meridia without having a suit, etc., etc. Oh, I don't like this! Fish is not one-hit KO. Crab is. So we need to plan accordingly. I don't have Morph Ball, so I can't duck below a lot of this stuff. Okay, that's good. Can I make that jump? Maybe, but I did not. Crab. Crab! That was unfair. I would like to call that unfair. Alright. Moving and grooving. That's an 8. Right was bad. We did not improve our luck by going to the right, so we're going to go back to the left. What's our time at? We at the 40-ish?
At 47, or almost 48.
Cool. Cool. So we'll be done at the top of the hour then. Cool. I'm just using my clock to keep track at this point. Excellent. Yeah. So we'll should just be, we'll end at the top of the hour. Excellent. Expert mode. Look at that. Expert. No, no, no. Give me your health. I'm gonna mug this guy for his health back. There we go. Cool. Firepower is always nice. So, setting this up today was actually remarkably difficult. I'm on my old computer right now because when I tried to set up the scene that we use for these events into OBS on my new computer, I don't know if it's a Windows 11 problem or if it's an OBS issue, but it wouldn't let me have my capture card and my camera at the same time. So that was fun. I could pick. I could have either. But if I tried to have both at the same time, it would reject the other one as a source. And then if I tried to force it to do anything else, OBS would crash. And I was not paying attention because I was looking at chat, and that's 9. Gotta pay attention in this game. And it's because of the crabs. So, yeah, I have no idea why. But it, and so I actually had to, and then even then, my capture card was messing up in OBS, even in my old PC, so I'm running this through AMREC, like it's scuffed. Everything about this setup is completely scuffed right now, and I have no idea why it was giving me that problem. Oh, we need to leave. But
that
that's
sounds good. A super weird one.
Yep, no idea why. Oh my god. Jump into the thing! Oh, that's 10. My goal was 10 deaths. So I'm a little early on the 10. That one was garbage. But that's...
Congratulations on hitting your goal. I know you mean the other way around, but...
No. Trust me, if I didn't hit 10 deaths, I was going to throw until I hit 10 deaths. So we're fine.
Gotcha.
You had the same issue? I think the JSON you sent is cursed. Because I could get all the sources to display fine on my own scenes. Individually, but even then, it was a mess. So I even had like a weird error message that I've never seen before, where it said it had trouble like pulling resources from like a scene or something, and I've never seen that encounter, but I actually had that multiple times. So I don't know what's going on. I've never had that issue before in the years that I've done this. So I don't know if that's a Windows 11 thing, or if it was the scenes that you sent over, or a combination of the two, or if it's an OBS problem, or a combination of all three, but something broke. So I'm currently on my old computer. Oh my god, the crabs.
Just real quick, I want to point out that we are very close to hitting $1,000. We are only $35 away. So as such, I would love to quickly point out that $30, just $30, can buy malaria pills for 50 children or secure health care, safe shelter, and legal services for a survivor of gender-based violence, which is just some of the just a tiny portion of the amount of what Save the Children does for helping these kids.
That is wonderful. Well, I mean, we're $20 in from me in about 10 minutes. So
yeah, I suppose that's 20 for me as well. We're gonna hit 1,000 after this run.
Yeah,
but I'd love to hit it before the end.
Yeah, it would be even better. That way I get credit, because they're like, oh look at all these people that give money when Dayman's running, and then it makes me look better. So
exactly, if
you want to make me look better, now would be a great time to donate. If you don't care, I respect that, but I would still appreciate if you would donate, because we are here to raise money for a good cause. I could have just done a Rogue Leader speedrun today, and before I thought of this as an idea, that was the plan. But I'm like, the people have seen that, and I'm in good shape for that one. I actually got a PB for that just a few weeks ago, so that was nice. Really appreciate that. However, I thought that this would be a good way to encourage some donations, and so far it's been pretty effective, I would say. Sometimes things like this work out really well, because if things go well, you're impressed and you're like, hey, let's share our appreciation with some donations. And then sometimes you just watch me suffer and you're like, oh wow, he suffered for us, let's contribute for some donations. So, you know, you win either way. Grapple beam's good. Health is nice. Can actually siphon that up with the grapple beam. So this one will give me a power bomb, which is good. Not gonna risk jumping into the acid. We're on a hot streak. With that problem. So I can fly now. For now. Because of space jump.
You'd be in a really hot streak if you did jump into the acid, I guess.
It's not pleasant. It's kind of funny. So in this game, there are different environmental hazards. There's acid, and there's lava, and there's electricity. You get a suit that makes you immune to lava, but you never get a suit that makes you immune to acid. Acid trumps lava in this game. So there's nothing that'll make you completely immune to, I guess, having your suit corroded, but lava, no problem. Oh, I don't want to be here at all. Instead of donating for a haircut, how much you donate to give him to grow his hair out? No, I am not. This hair is excessive as it is. I'm in the last few days of this looking okay, and then pretty soon it's just gonna grow over my ears and it's gonna look horrible.
Nah, dude, once it grows over the ears, I can't take it.
No, yeah, that's how I know. As long as I can make the top of my head look okay, I'm okay with, you know, holding out for not getting a haircut. But I'm not about to feel gross and look gross. It's a bad combination. This is, yeah, nearing the cap of what looks good on me. Alright, Bomb Chorizo. I have bombs already, so I get to just kill him again for fun. And I hit him during his iframes, and so the second missile didn't count. Very nice. Yeah, smooth is one of the achievements you get. So you just get... Oops. I suck. Do it again. There's just secret areas like that. Secret. If you just go to certain places, you get bonus points. If you do certain things, like boss fights with no damage, you get bonus points. Fun all around. What room is this? Oh, okay. I had to think about it for a second because you never enter from that door. Will it? I'm just gonna exit from the bottom. This is where you learn how to wall jump. Yay! Little tutorial section.
I got stuck here for so long and I had to look up a video because I could not figure it out.
Of how to wall jump? Yeah, it's a little one to because you gotta push away from the wall before you press jump, which is the opposite of most games that came after this. But yeah.
Right.
There's also the little Shine Spark tutorial dude that teaches you how to shine spark, which is kind of fun. There's a lot of information this game gives without ever having any text. It's pretty cool. So we have 5 minutes left, it looks like. So is that right? About 5 minutes left?
Yeah, I think so.
So
the estimate is 108, and you're at about 59 right now.
So let's just call this the last seed. If I die, then I won't start another one, and then if I make it all the way to the 108, then I'll consider that a personal victory. Yeah, we'll just call that good. About 10-ish, that's good. So we'll call this the last seed. I am low on health though, so, and this could just instantly die. I mean, if I like insta die here, I could show off something else with the, we have a time trial mode, which is just you get 3 minutes, go, and it's horrible because obviously you can't get that far, and it's basically just see how many rooms you can get through super fast. It's awful. Oh, I don't want to be here either. Okay. Okay, so that's where we gotta go. So those crabs are moving, which we don't like. I'm gonna do this to kind of give myself a little bit of a buffer. There we go. So he died, which is the most important thing. And then you also need to die. There we go. And then you also need to die. I won't be fancy. Okay. Scary room. Very scary room. Get some resources back. Yeah, I don't need resources. We're fine. What a way to end it. Oh, we get... Yes. Perfect. We get to end it right there. Right there with Dragon. So that fight was going to be basically impossible. So at that level of health, that would have been like an absolute miracle. So that puts us at 11 deaths. That's $22 for me. I'm very happy with that. So just for fun, I want to show off. So I won't necessarily count this, but if you set to time attack, oops, I didn't set the time attack. Yeah, so we end up with 11. So I won't count this one, but so the way time attack works, this one is it's just a flat 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna see how far I can get, and it might be a room because you could just run into a crab. So yeah, my PB on this file is 146, which died to Ridley. There's one of my favorite clips I've ever had on my channel. Was me saying, you know, I'm going to really play it safe here because I really think the only way I lose this run is if I run into Ridley. And I say that mid-door transition, and the room that spawns in is Ridley's room. And then I'll say put up a valiant effort, but I don't really know how valiant that's going to be because it's still just Ridley and he does a lot of damage and I did not have a lot of health. So even though it was set to easy mode, so it's not like he was doing triple, quadruple damage. He was doing like double damage, but that is a lot when you only have 3 energy tanks instead of, you know, the 13 you would normally have at that point. It's pretty funny. And I know that allegedly that the difficulty setting doesn't affect your room generation, but I also don't know if that's the case because I've got it set to easy and I'm being given some softballs of rooms right now. And before I was getting like Crab Festival. So I don't really know. Allegedly it doesn't affect the rooms you get, but also I don't know, man, because this is a pretty softball seed so far. So in the last 2 minutes and 10 seconds that we have, remind us about the incentives that we've got going on and how that poll's going, Quill?
Yeah, absolutely. We still have the Ravenlock Pet and Dress the Dog incentive, which is at 194 out of 250. I'm going to assume that the incentive is to pet and dress the dog.
That sounds about right.
For Lena's Inception, we have a bid war going on for choosing the art style. Currently, 32-bit is in the lead at $46.77, and 8-bit is at $34. And then a little bit later on, we got Curse Crackers going on, where you can choose the character between Bonnie and Belle. Bonnie is at $38, and Belle is at $5. So, especially for Elena's Inception, which is coming up right after this run, you might want to get that art style bid war donation in if you got it.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I think that the rest of the schedule today is all very, very strong. What else do we have coming up so people can start looking forward to some things?
Yeah, I also think that this day is really strong. With Lena's Inception is coming up next with the Sacrifice ending. And then Curse Crackers, For Whom the Bell Tolls, any percent canonless by Tempest Mask 1000. Right after that is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger by Kama Crimson. We're doing an any percent there. In Song of Soil, we're running Ravenlock, and I very much encourage you guys to watch that one. I don't know what Ravenlock is, but I like Song of Soil a lot. He's a very good runner for marathons, especially.
Yeah, his goal of learning games in every genre.
Yeah, he just plays like everything. So
yeah, pretty much everything.
Something that he runs will be your forte.
Yeah, without a question.
And then finally, we're rounding out the day with Super Mario 64, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Resident Evil 4 Remake as the last 3 games in the marathon.
A little RE block. Very nice.
And Mario 64 is pretty scary too. I mean, you've seen the piano.
That's true. I think the piano's probably scarier than anything in Resident Evil. My favorite is when you've got if you've seen someone never play Mario 64 and then they get to the Big Boo's haunt and they get to the piano, there is not a soul on this planet that doesn't jump when they walk over to that piano and it starts to bite them. No one expects that. I don't think anyone's ever survived that without jumping.
Just so like random.
I mean, it's like a haunted house themed level, so you expect some sort of terrible things to happen to you, but at the same time, it's a lot. But anyway, as you can see, that timer's ticking down, while the timer above my head, I don't have the layout up, is ticking up. So we're just kind of rounding things out here. That's going to force the game to be over in just a few seconds, and when it does, I will say thank you very much for having me, and I appreciate being invited back. I think this is a lot of fun, and that's all. Yeah. So it's 11 deaths from me, and so I'll be donating $22 as I start finishing this thing up. And thank you all for those of you who have contributed. Thank you again for the raids. I will actually be back hosting this afternoon, so if you want to hear my voice again, then that's good. 12 deaths, pay up, fine. I'll pay up for the 12th death, and so then I'm good for the $2, and so then we'll go ahead and move on for the rest of the schedule. So thank you all very much. Thanks, Quill, and have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dayman. I always look forward to when you host as well, because you got a really nice voice.
Well, thank you.
Big fan of hearing you tell me about all the incentives and the donations. But with that, we will go ahead and throw it over to a quick intermission while we get set up for Linkemeister's Lena's Inception run. So stay tuned, don't touch that dial, or whatever else they say. All right, everybody. That was really fun. I enjoyed that little Dayman's showcase where we let him cook. We gave him the blank check, so to speak, and um, now we owe some money, right? Me and Dayman are each putting in $2 per death. I encourage you guys to do the same if that is in your wallet to be able to do. We might get some last minute donations here to choose that art style on Lena's Inception. I just heard
Okay, so before I jump over,
we're already.
I gotta be real, bro.
They hear you. The people are here.
Oh. Well, hello.
Everybody, welcome to Kefka.
Lord have mercy. Well, hello, everyone. You all probably remember me from a couple of days ago. We're here on the final day of launch party. It's going to be a hype time. We got some really cool runs coming up here in just a moment with Linkameister.
Kefka, I am excited to hear you speak some donations out here. And this is actually my last hosting block for the marathon, but I'll be around. If nothing else, you'll see me at the next SDAT marathon, or Speed Docs marathon. So thank you, Speed Docs, for having me yet again as both a runner and a host. Kefka, I'm sure you're going to do a great job. Looking forward to it. And everyone, chat, anybody listening to anything I'm saying, go follow your favorite runners and hosts and etc. And make sure you follow Speed Docs' channel as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be me. That's whatever. But if you found somebody that you like, and you're like, man, I wish I could see that person more, go follow them, because it really helps out everybody and gets people more acquainted with each other and stuff. So, have a good rest of the marathon, everybody. And Kefka, go ahead, take it away.
All right. And again, thanks for having me here, folks. Everybody give a big hand to Quill. We're going to be continuing the marathon with some really hype stuff coming up here in just a moment. We've got a really, really cool run by Linkameister. We're going to be seeing Lena's Inception. We do have a bid war coming up for that, and as soon as the run begins, no more donations can go towards that. The bid war is for 8-bit versus 32-bit. Currently, 32-bit is winning. But it is a pretty close race, so now's your time to get in those last moment donations if you would like to, and we can potentially see an 8-bit run instead and go a little bit more old school than not. And just as a quick reminder, though, we are raising money for Save the Children. Any donation would be greatly appreciated at all. That being said, support in general is also appreciated. So keep watching, and we're going to be right to some runs very shortly. And we have a $24 donation from Mr. Quillinall the Fish. Quill says, thank you all so much for having me. Here's my $24 for the Dayman pledge. And again, everybody give a big hand to Quill. Quill's been working really hard through this marathon, doing tech, hosting, and a whole number of other things. So, big hand for Quill for sure. How's everybody doing out there, by the way? We enjoying the marathon?